they don't need to say that I'm not going for this position because a man can go for it. I think we need to understand that we have all that we have to do all that we can.
When it comes to leadership, I'm not saying that you cannot, but you also have to understand that it's not just a matter of wanting, it's a matter of fighting.
Women can be powerful in some ways.
We cannot be.
You can be.
Women and men, we are not the same. We are not meant to compete. We are meant to complete each other.
Exactly.
And leadership is not about titles. It's about what you can do to people, your influence to people.
We as women, most of us are born as leaders, but the society doesn't shape us to become who we are.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Since it's Women's Month, I would like to take this opportunity to wish a happy International Women's Day to all the incredible and phenomenal women out there and in this room as well, who continue to redefine history, nurture lives, and shape the future. My name is Beth Akoth. I'm a counselor by profession. I'm also the founder of Beth Foundation. This is an organization dedicated to nurturing the lives of young kids through talent and education. I'm also the CEO of Beth Wellness Center. This is an organization and community space for matters mental health and overall well-being. And I'm happy to be here today with my fellow colleagues. Thank you.
Welcome back again to the Youth Unmoderated Dialogues. My name is Joshua Sekelia. I'm a student and I'm happy to be here in the part of this dialogue.
Welcome today. My name is Teta Divine Desire. I'm a student and I'm glad to be here today.
I'm by the name is Alang, and I'm so happy to be here in this dialogue.
Hello, thank you for the space. My name is Christian Quizera. I'm still a student and thank you.
Hello everybody, by the names of Atong Beatrice. I'm also a student, very glad to be here.
Hello everyone, my name is Estong Horize and I'm a student. I'm really glad to be here. Thank you.
I'm Akuchandra. I'm a student and I'm glad to be here.
Hello everyone, I'm by the name Susan Awien and I'm a student and I'm also glad to be here today.
I'm so thrilled to be here. My name is Michael Chris.
I love the way this topic is in the month where it's about Women's Day. It's on 8th. And how girls and young women can take leadership roles. I will start at school because I do believe that nowadays people go to school. It has become, education is very basic in whatever we do. And how girls can be given the chance and the opportunity in schools to be leaders, they can start through the administering and the registration of clubs that support women. And even that it includes in all the levels of schools, primary, secondary school, and universities, and they can have mentors, the people in the local communities that they live in, from the politics sides that support the girl child and in their clubs, because sometimes we don't have all the information we need, especially when it comes to whatever is we are supposed to give to the society as women. And so I believe if we get the primary students, the girls, and the secondary school girls to start having that mantra of knowing what is expected of them and how to actually engage themselves with the society, but also being firm with their dreams and aspirations can be a good start for the women leadership in our societies.
That is a good point. I could continue with saying through like media, they could be, I believe girls could get a platform, can be seen, can be the voice of reason to those who do not have a voice or those who do not have the ability to present themselves. They could be the voice for the ones who do not have the voice. They could talk about the real struggles young women, girls face at a young age in society. They could also help in the debunking of these social way of presenting or the toxic way that women should be seen and presented. Also, there's social, what is it? I would say presentation, the toxic ones we all know about. So that's a nice place to start as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would love to also add on to that. When you see the kind of society that we're living in today, some young girls still find it hard to take spaces and own their voices. Most of them sort of shrink themselves and wait for powerful people in powerful positions to recognize them or give them opportunities or hold their hands, And most of the time, honestly, I believe there's nothing for free. Maybe you just don't know yet. When they give you this opportunity, maybe to move you to another level, they will expect you to cater to their whims and fantasies, and also they may expect you to do things that maybe you may not be in alignment with. And also, I think it's really important for young girls to find their voices and participate. When you participate, maybe you want to be a leader or an advocate. I think it's really important not to use the platforms to wield power or flaunt luxury, but actually use the platforms to advocate for policies that support other young girls. Maybe you want to be in social media or an influencer. Maybe you cannot participate in trolling people and putting people as targets, but actually being in these spaces and addressing and advocating for people who are facing these challenges. Because I don't believe leadership is about age, permission, or maybe position. I think leadership is about participating, influencing, and courage to reach out to people and actually recognize what is needed in the society and filling a gap there you see there. Thank you.
Okay. To add on whatever you girls spoke about, I would like to take part in politics because how girls and young women can take leadership roles in politics. When we talk about politics, first of all, as a young person, you should know whatever is happening around you, and that is in politics. Let me say, the country you are in, why are youth unemployed? How are women laws being followed? And all this, as a young person, you should be aware of it. As for now, we have this modern media where you can find anything you want to know, where you can search and you learn, because you will not learn when you're seated down with your phone, maybe scrolling on something that will not benefit you. So as young people, we should make good use of media and try to explore more, try to learn more about what is happening in the world currently. And that would help young girls take up leadership roles. Because take an example of the first female president of Liberia. She's called Ellen Johnson. That if you're a young lady that wants to be empowered in politics or be encouraged, or take an example from someone, she can be your mentor, she can be your role model. You can go through and search about her, and you get to know how she accomplished what she accomplished and the steps she took. So as a young person, you should be the right person to look for the information, because the information will not look for you. The information will not get you down. It's you to look for it. So I would say young people should be hungry for knowledge, should look for knowledge. So that's what I can add.
All right, thank you. Briefly, when I look around and I see women of this age, girls like this, I literally feel proud. Coming to this conversation, when we talk of young girls and young women, it brings me to a point like when people say charity begins at home, so do leadership. Leadership begins at home. So as young girls grow up, when they're entitled to leadership, it starts from home. You find like they take care of families. You go their homes that are ruled by little sisters. They take care of their little siblings. So that's where leadership actually starts. When you start taking care of your siblings as a young girl or maybe a girl child, you start getting responsibilities. You're entitled to a responsibility where you look out for the siblings, you even look out for the entire family. So coming to school, when such people grow up, they come to society, so they come to the environments where they go to school, they feel like also they can rule, right? They start ruling clubs, like maybe debate clubs in school, they become prefects because they have that urge. They can rule, they don't go back because that's how they were brought up, right? So this is to say that when women are when women grow up in an environment where they are validated, where they're given power, where they're told that we are not supposed to be at the back, we're always at the back, right? Men are always in front and women are supposed to be at the back. But when you grow a girl child with the mentality of, yeah, she can do it, right? She grows knowing that if she goes to business places, she becomes a CEO. She doesn't go to become an employee, but she works harder to get the position of maybe becoming the CEO, becoming the real version of herself. They are entitled for those things, and that starts from home. As a young girl, you become a young woman and you become a really big woman with that mentality of, yeah, you don't be at the back, you're the leader yourself. To politics as well, or media works with politics hand in hand, because whatsoever happens in the media comes from the politics, like things that are happening in the real life, right? So you find like women used to fear politics because we believe like men have the power. Men are supposed to be the president. Maybe if a woman work, maybe a secretary, right? You don't get that chance of the urge of I want to rule as a president. Yeah. But when women are put in this opportunity, like they have it, they can do it, right? So they get the urge, like they become like very, very, very independent to a point like a woman can do anything in the society. They go for campaign with men and the men fail, right? They win the campaigns. So in societies, I feel like it should start at home. As we go homes and where we are right now, we have the urge, like wherever we are, we as women, we don't need to stay backwards or maybe hide behind men. Let him first go, I'll be behind him, or maybe like this. When we should have this urge of, we have to be the leading one. We always have to lead. So when it starts like this, I feel like, yeah, as a woman, or as I personally, I don't want to be behind a man. If there's a chance, I want to be in front of him. If he likes it, he will be behind. But I have that urge of, I want to be in front. I want to be a ruler, right? So I feel like women have to have this mentality. It just have to be a mindset. We are fixed with it. We are rulers and we have to be.
So thank you so much. I love her point about self-awareness and also her point about it all starts from within. If you try and look into history and the ancient kingdoms that we had, there was always a powerful woman behind the scenes that was influencing the kingdom in a very powerful and positive way, and that itself shows you how a feminine energy is really powerful that had to be suppressed in the past, but at the moment it's awakening, and I think it's a good thing. So young women and girls, you don't need to be given voice. You have the voice. You just need to find the voice within yourself in this fast-paced world, and that starts with self-awareness. You've got to know things that you love, things that energizes you, rooms that you like, you want to be to, and things that you really want to contribute to the kind of society that we're having today and the country at large.
Thank you. I would like to pick up from what she said when she said that when you look at a woman or a lady, she start becoming responsible from back at home, which is also very right. And this is whereby, like, if I try to connect it with self-awareness, This whereby you can see that a girl child is responsible from birth. You get? And I think like if we are responsible from birth, even men themselves, they know that okay, this girl is responsible, right? And this is why even sometimes our parents, when for example siblings, when they grow up at home, there is this particular child that a parent will know that this one, if I leave them at home with the kids, I don't have to worry because she's responsible enough. So if those were those days back when our parents or people use or men used to know that we are responsible from at home, how about we pick it from school and we try to participate in leadership in school? Because girls, I don't know, but there is this mentality that which was back then in the 19th centuries and backwards, people are trying to still bring it up to 20th centuries, which is something we need to condemn. A girl child is not just somebody that needs to be at home and take care of the children or the household. No, I think we are also responsible enough, or even we are, I don't know how I can put it, but I think we are even in the right position to lead a country if we are given a chance. You get? And if we say that women are to take part in businesses, we don't mean just for me to go and make a small shop and start selling onions, or no, I'm also like I think I need to be given a chance whereby I also need to participate in a business whereby I can sign contracts abroad or somewhere. This is the business that I mean I need to be involved in, not these small businesses of selling onions or something like that. And then also it's high time whereby the society sees a girl child as somebody who can lead, somebody, not just a liability or not just an asset, but also an element of change, an element of development. You get? They need to know that I can also do something that can help the country. I don't just want to be known as a good leader at home whereby they know, this one, she can take care of all of this big family of ours. She can bring people together. I want to bring a country together, not just a family. You get? So I think we need to stand up. Like you said that we don't need to be given a chance. We already have it. So what we need to do is that we need to stand up and go and let our young ones who are coming behind us know that they are not less. They are complete. And they can stand up for themselves. They are not less. And they don't need to say that I'm not going for this position because a man can go for it. I think we need to understand that we have all that we have to do all that we can. You get? We are not limited. Sky is the limit, but there is nothing that is limiting us down here. You understand?
I would just like to add, thank you for your contributions. I truly understand what you people are saying. From the male side, let me say from my side, I'm not a feminist, but I also like to support women as to empower them, right? But when it comes to leadership, I'm not saying that you cannot, but you also have to understand that it's not just a matter of wanting, it's a matter of fighting, right? Like she said, leadership comes from home, right? You say that your parents can leave you with children, you take care of them, right? But when you're a leader, not everyone listens to what you have to say, right? You can say something and then another person disagrees with what you're saying. And when you're placed, or when you just say that I'm going to be a leader and you don't understand that leadership is a struggle, right? With every character, there is something that has built in you, right? So it's not just about women can be the leaders or things like that. You have to have the capability to support what you're claiming, right? If you say you want to be a leader, then you have to show that what a man can do for power, you can also do it, right? Because as a man, I know we can do so many things for leadership, but are you sure you can also handle that type of pressure and stress, all those things that come with the leadership role? Because it's not easy.
Okay, I think I need to answer this really quick, yeah? it gets us to the point of now comparison again. Comparing.
It's not comparison.
It's
not comparison. You see, if you're saying that it's comparison, then
because
now
the
no,
last
it's not
time I
comparison.
checked, wait, the last time I checked, the question is, can you manage the things that the men manage? So it's like you're comparing us, right? So here's it. Just like how you go to class, maybe assuming that me and you are doing the same course, right? How you go to class, you manage to wake up in the morning. I may wake up in the morning. You go to class, we sit, maybe the lecturer comes, we understand 30%, I understand 40%. You get, that's different, right? So saying that this is the society we're in, there's no point that what can you manage that I can't manage, that we go on the same length, we're coming from the same place. So what have you got so deep that I can't? I mean, we are not saying that as leaders we want to go and fight, do we? No. And even if we become leaders and I want to go and fight as a woman, I'm going to command you to go and fight, because why? I have the power. So you go and fight. It's not like there's no point of.
That's the media perspective of what you understand as a leader, right? Like let me explain. You see, like I said, leadership comes with something that you have built inside, right? I cannot wake up and then say I'm going to be a leader of a country. Nah, it does not start from somewhere. Take a look at our president, right? He had to start from the bottom, you understand, and grow himself. If you follow his history, right? He started from somewhere where it was from the trenches, right? From the bushes, and now he's the president, right? Wait, let me finish my point, right?
It's okay. The pressure is high.
No, it's too high. You see, we cannot. If this was a conversation whereby the majority of people here are men, right? We could get to a conclusion of this, right? But since there's gender balance right now, right? I have to balance the things in a way that I'm not going to oppress some and highlight the others, right? Because as a woman, you say you want to take the leadership position, right? If you work, like you said, you wake up in the morning. I also wake up in the morning. We come to school, right? There are some things that in a classroom, right? As if you want to be a leader, you have to show those traits. Like if the teacher comes in, let's say you get into a classroom and the classroom is dirty. If you just go there and sit down while the classroom is dirty, but you're fighting for the position of leadership, as a man, I'm not going to, like women have this trait, like you said, from home, like we consider them like the clean ones, right? And the men, like you consider as dirty, right? So if you, a woman, goes into a classroom, the class is dirty and you don't do anything about it, I don't see that trait in you. You cannot come to me and then tell me that you're going to lead me while I'm a man. It's not going to make sense.
I'm sorry. Let me ask, how did cleaning and leadership come into one?
I'm talking about the traits, the traits that make up like a leader, right?
I have a question. If you are the leader, the class rep, okay, if the class is dirty, would you clean it? Yes or no?
Yes.
Then why do you have, actually it's very absurd that you actually have to compare the scenario of a woman, the class being dirty, with a woman. That in itself, no, let me finish. That in itself is showing misogynistic, right?
No.
And the fact that you said you're not a feminist, I feel like men don't really understand what feminism is.
We do.
Feminist, no you don't. Clearly you don't. You have to go back to the drawing board. Feminist is about believing in equal rights from women and men. It does not, you don't have to be female to be a feminist.
True.
And also the fact that you are considering women by saying, I feel like men have this title of, as if you have to become a leader, you have to be aggressive, you have to be violent, you have to be engaging in wars. You see, that's why you're actually asking us, can we handle the pressure? Because to you, according to I'm not trying to say every man thinks like you, but according to what you said, it's as if you not being able to be aggressive, engage in wars, you cannot become a leader. And the fact that you have to say, if you can't clean the house, the class, I will see you as if you don't have the chance. Why are you considering women?
That's the problem. You see, like it's like you're putting words into my mouth.
I'm not.
Wait. Let me say something. Listen. In the beginning, I said I cannot put myself as a feminist, right? But I believe in gender balance, right? Like,
So it's like declining the definition of something and saying that you're still that person.
let's not go to the part. Let me
We are
continue.
there
Wait,
already.
let me
Let me add on
continue.
to something. So I don't know. What do you understand by the term feminist? You know, when we say that we want equality as women, we're not talking about we want to have 200,000 pounds and beat a shit
Exactly.
out of somebody else. We're talking about opportunities, cerebral opportunities, to be compensated for what we truly deserve, and not who is more aggressive, because women and men, we are not the same. We are not meant to compete. We are meant to complete each other.
Exactly.
And leadership is not about titles. It's about what you can do to people, your influence to people, what you bring to the table, and what you stand for. Like myself, I saw a gap in the society whereby you see diverse behavior in the society, maybe disciplinary cases in schools, and all that. And the society tends to focus so much on the surface level and how you can address it. But me as a psychologist, I go deep to understand the person, their childhood, the experiences that they had, so that we can better understand this person and come to problem solving together. It's not about titles, honestly. It's about what you bring to the table, your influence, your impact, not to flaunt wealth or wield power.
Aggressiveness.
I would love to add something there about feminism. It's quite clear that Kelly put it right, that feminism is actually advocating for equality between the two genders. But what my brother was trying to talk about is actually, if you are to really look at the world in an angle of in an angle where you're going to be fair and there's no bias, you will come to knowledge that there's some aspect women cannot handle. I'll tell you why. In scenarios where there are crises, right now, we let's say, for example, war, civil war, most likely a woman is going to be emotional. She will not be decisive. And as a leader, first of all, you have to differentiate between being a leader and also being involved in power. Being a leader, you actually have to be consultant to the people that are following you. And being powerful, that means you have whatever you say, it's final. And again, women can be powerful in some ways.
We cannot be.
You can be.
It's a probability.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
That's
Okay.
the
If you say that you are, it means that you are, like, it's who you are, right?
Exactly.
And listen, like I said, so are you trying to say that every woman out there is powerful?
There is always power in you. It's for you to tap into
Yeah,
that power.
that's what I'm saying.
It's
You
not-
can.
It's not even about women. We are all divine, and when you're divine, you're powerful.
So, like, to finish up my point, you see a scenario where we have wars. If you are to be keen enough, look at the leading generals in army. Who are the one leading? And without that bias, just you have to first understand why are the men, the high-ranked generals in leading wars. Number one is the aggressive. Like I said before, in certain field, men are too aggressive. Women can't handle that aggressiveness. So a man, for him to take that command, he has to risk everything. And that's also being defensive. Because, like I said before, women at times, they're too emotional. Take a scenario where an enemy is approaching to your barrack. A woman will take quite a while to be decisive on that. And a man, with that pressure, he knows. He has already calculated what he's going to do. So immediately, they will be decisive and he will take actions there.
Okay. I have a question.
Okay, I'm literally becoming aggressive,
Same,
like
same,
really
same,
aggressive,
same.
very. So in a point, like, let me give you an example. You say women are not aggressive, right? Give an example of maybe war. It will take time for a woman. I don't know. Maybe she's first going to hide or whatever you're saying. But I want to give you an example of even animals. Today, if you meet a male snake and a female snake, if you kill a female snake, the male snake will run, right? Run for their life. But if you kill the male snake and leave the female snake, I swear the snake will hunt you down. Why? Because it's a nature of women. I'm giving this as an example of an animal, but we women, we give it all. Aggressiveness is from women, actually. Men are not aggressive like that. So when it a circumstance, women lead to wars, and if women are leading to wars, those wars don't fail. The problem with you people is the fact that we are seen like for the weakness. We are seen for weaknesses. We are not given that opportunity to lead men to war, not because we are not aggressive, not because we are cowards. Right? There are countries that were fought by women and they got independence.
Okay.
And there are countries that are failed by men and they are leading every time for
Okay.
wars.
Okay. Let me put it like this. You talked about the comparison of man and animal. I'll tell you this. We all have empathy. And if you're to look at animals critically, take an example of a chicken. A hen with the chicks. If you try to grab one chick, that hen is going to be aggressive with you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, take it like this. That's a woman. I can give you that credit. That's a woman. But in this situation we are talking in reality here, where lives of people are at risk. Okay, you talked about women leading countries in order to gain independence. If the last time I checked, we're not critically saying that women cannot be leaders. You can be leaders. You can lead us, but in scenarios where things really get intense, you cannot manage that pressure.
Okay.
And
I do have a question.
Okay.
You say that in terms of war, I would just want to ask, aren't men and women in the military given the same level of intensity and training?
Okay, I will answer that question. It's true. Men
Exactly.
and women,
So
they
why
are
would
given
you
that.
think- So why would you think that they would not follow protocol that they have been taught?
I'll tell you why. It's okay. Women and men are treated equally in army.
No, they're
It's.
not.
I will tell you why.
Wait,
When you're being trained, right? You first go for training. You just don't bash into army forces. You first train, and as a trainer, you'll be too critical to see certain elements that qualify this person and that disqualify this person. Just like when we are in class back then in primary school, we are all treated equally. But when it comes now, the teacher will teach us the same thing. But when it comes now to academics, you'll find some people ahead of the others. You ask yourself why. First of all, it comes with commitment, it comes with consistency, it comes with competence and other elements.
Also comes with misogyny in the army.
The problem with modern women apparently is that they bring misogynistic when we're talking about real scenarios here.
especially when it's something that they feel like it's affecting them.
The problem with, I will give you this credit again. The problem with the upcoming young ladies to be leaders, first of all, you ladies, you need to stop being apologetic. And you also have to see the world from the angle of reality. For you to be a leader, first of all, like I said before, these things are called 5 C's. 5 C's, that comes with competence, confidence, preparedness. You have to be prepared. And for you to do that, you have to first face the reality. And for you grow up with that mindset of you being a girl, and you're apologetic of being a girl. Someone said that leadership starts from home. People have different definition of leadership. Personally, I say leadership starts with you. Actually, leadership is you. It's come with that intrinsic values in you. Like, it's literally come with that knowledge and everything. So when you say leadership begins from home, it means that when you're being raised as a girl, there's certain things that you are not exposed to. And when now you come to real life, later on you realize, oh, had I known, I wish I was told this. And that's when now it comes to a challenge. Let's say that we are both taken for training, both of us. You are a girl, you were raised in a womanly way. I was raised in manly way. The way I'm going to prosper in that training, chances of me succeeding more than you are really, really high. Why? Your mindset is really doomed into that being apologetic of yourself, into that lowering yourself. So as a leader, you need to first put that aside and actually go into real actions. Leadership is not just given to you. It comes with that preparedness, it comes with that fighting it for, and so on.
Thank you for
We never said we
elaborating.
need.
Thank you.
We never said we need to.
I
be
just like the fact
treated
that all of us are
differently.
aggressive here.
We never said we need to be to be treated differently or to be given a chance or something like that. What we are trying to say is that we are capable of leading, and it's so unfortunate that the two of you look like you guys have a similar mind, which is very unfair because you guys are seated among women and you guys are trying to say things like to compare us with militaries or commanders or something like that. We never say we are going to war. First of all, we women, we are not known for war, okay? And if war is to break out and I'm the president, of course, who is going to go to war? Men, of
Okay.
course, it is you.
Okay.
Wait. So what you need to understand is that we want to lead. Please remind me, which president today, if war breaks out, he takes the gun and he is in front line? Do they? They command in their offices, and that's what we want to do also. We want to lead. We never say we want to go and kill people.
Let me add on to something before you proceed. So, scientifically, men and women, we have masculine and feminine energy. So it's balanced, and that is how it's supposed to be, and that's how we complete each other. And when you talk about leadership, it's not predominantly determined by patriarchal society of who is a leader and who is not a leader. Men are not the one to say you are a leader, you are not a leader. I think what determines a leader, and that is what we teach young girls, is your influence, capability, your experience, what you can do for the people, And when you talk about war, that women are not aggressive and all that, when you talk about equality, is compensating someone for what they truly deserve and giving men and women the same opportunities. So in war, I think the best people should go to war. It's not about the man who is better than the other one. The best people who are performing well should be in the front line. So that is how I think equality should come. And also for women, myself, I would not want to go to war.
You see, because of men like these two is the reason why there is no development and there is no change today. And the girl child always feel like she is beneath. She feels like she needs to be behind because of such men who talk like this, because you guys don't see a woman as somebody who is complete. Rather, you see like she's somebody who needs to be behind you, because if she's in front of you, nothing is going to happen, which is very wrong. We are here to encourage women, we are here to encourage the young women, because for us, you cannot encourage us. We are already encouraged, and that's the reason why we're sitting here. So we are talking about the young women who are coming behind, that we need to encourage those little girls that they don't need to feel like they are not complete. Rather, they are complete and they can lead. But if they listen to such guys like the two of you, I think they will be discouraged, because why are you trying to say that they cannot lead, they are not aggressive? We are not going to lead wild animals. We need change, and if we need change, we are going to bring that change on dialogue. We are educated, we can sit on a table and solve things.
Exactly, honestly, like the women who are prior to us, the ones who are before, before women could not drive, but right now women can drive, so I think it's really important for every generation of people and women to have a responsibility for the future generation, to create these endless opportunities whereby our kids and grandchildren will not have to sit down and talk about the same notion, because we will change them.
Okay.
And in all honesty, like most of the wars we're having is because male leaders would not let down their ego. Their ego goes higher than their IQ, honestly.
And there is something here I want to add on this, like women cannot make it or cannot fight. For example, I can give you was it Eritrea or Eritrea? Yeah, women fight.
Okay. Yeah. First of all,
Chris, I got a question for you. It seems like you don't agree that what a man can do, a woman can do it. So
okay,
is it?
I will answer you. First of all,
before you answer me, there is a woman who is a journalist here in Rwanda who is called Scovia Mutesi. Did you hear about her?
Unfortunately.
Okay. So that woman, when it comes to politics, he's a very good woman. You said that women can't go to wars, okay? That woman went in Rubavu. Do you remember that situation? Yeah, went there. So which means a woman can do better than a man. Because if a woman can say, okay, something is happening in sudden press, let me go to take the free information in order to avoid rumors. Okay, that shows that a woman, when she's like, it's her what? How can I say it? it's a passion. I don't know. He can do anything he can do anything to show that women are really the best when it comes to leadership. The problem is that you men, you think you're at the high point so that no man can come to your to your way.
Okay. We're going to put it this way.
Can you answer all of them at once? I also have a question.
I will do.
You need to answer. You need to collect your questions. Yeah.
I'm actually collecting all of them.
Yeah. I want to put something, ladies and the other gender. You see.
That was harsh.
Yeah. You see, we have a problem. Women are judged based on their emotion, and I feel like that's literally wrong. Just because we're sympathetic doesn't mean like it's a weakness. Women endure, and that is becoming like an issue now. Just because we don't do things anyhowly, because the other gender does that. So I feel like to my own point of view, you may be right of what you're saying, but I want to put this straight and clear. Whatsoever a man can do, a woman can do it. It doesn't have to be based on emotions. It's based on what somebody know. And leaders are born, being it men or women. I agree about that. Leaders are born, be it a man or a woman.
The thing is, guys.
Let me add this. You will talk. Leaders are born. I agree with you. And some leaders are trained to be leaders.
Yes.
Okay. Let me talk about where I come from. Where I come from in the early days, a father in his household will tell the boy child, you are supposed to go to school. You are supposed to do this. You are the future leader. And will tell the lady that you are supposed to cook. You're supposed to fetch water. You're supposed to do this for the family. And you are not supposed to appear in the community. You don't have truth. There is no truth in you. This is what we are trained. And this is why right now we don't have women that are leading us from back then. They are just few. And this is why most of the leaders are men. Because they were trained to do that it is their responsibility. It is our responsibility too.
Okay.
We need to also be trained the way men are being trained.
Guys, it's going to be like this.
Don't know what they're doing.
It's going to be like this. Let me put it straight for you. We did not say we don't want women to lead.
But you acted it.
But and when you hear "but" in that conjunction, you have to critically think about it. It's like this: everything is an idea or it's a notion, and when it's actually conceptualized, when it's actually put into actions, it literally becomes a result. It's going to be like this, ladies. You've raised your point. I myself personally, I recognize women to be leaders. I would say they are good in certain aspect. I'm still sticking on this. They are good in certain things. Men are also good in certain things. There are certain things men cannot prosper and women will. It's going to be like this. When we say that women cannot lead us in certain ways, it's like this. All the political leaders right now, they are men. I mean, politics is absolutely dominated by men.
No, just to get you straight, what are you trying to mean in certain aspects?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like this, ladies. For the case of war, we've looked at it from the perspective of war. But when it comes now to physical action, for example, construction areas. Have you ever gone to construction site?
How is leadership
coming? I'm coming to that point because someone raised a point of women being equally to men, and I think I'm getting misquoted here. I said in certain aspect. So if you ever go to construction site, you'll find those construction sites are mostly led by men. Many people are men; they're not women. That's one aspect. Look at army. It's led by men. Women are there, yes. It's also led by men. These are the certain aspects I'm going to talk about. So here's the thing. For the case of, I'm going to stick to this because politics is actually aligned to that.
Aspects that are led by women.
Wait.
It's actually aligned to that.
I think it's something that you also need to put together. That since you have stated the aspect where men can lead and women cannot, I think it will be more good if you also state the specs whereby women can lead and men
Men
cannot.
cannot. Yeah.
You get?
Okay.
Make that
Okay.
clear.
Okay. Let's put it this way. When someone said a leader is born, and I hardly disagree with that. And why I actually disagree with that, hopefully we're going to see in the next section.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been EMG TV. This is the Youth Unmoderated Dialogues. Well done for the opinions. Chris, brace yourself for the next session to answer our questions.
He's not get away with
Stay
it. He
tuned.
won't get away with it.
He won't get away with it for sure. So, let's come back for part 2. Stay tuned.
What if your child's first step into school was their very first step into the future? At Akon's International School, every classroom is a launchpad. Every child uniquely known. Every lesson a spark of discovery. Our world-class facilities, including the guided reading program, don't just build skills, they build confidence. From sports to science, from music to languages, your child is never boxed in. Clean spaces, happy faces, global minds rooted in care. Because at Akon's International School, wellness, discipline, and joy go hand in hand. We offer Cambridge International program from early years to A levels. Choosing a school isn't just an academic decision. It's a decision about trust, care, and possibility. Imagine more for your child. Choose us today. Because at Akon's International School, we inspire and empower. Welcome to Akon's International School, Kigali.
You're taking some pictures and you're going to be saying before and after.
In Rwanda, Kazakhstan relations.
Hello, welcome back to the show. The topic of today is how girls and young women can take leadership roles in school, media, business, and politics. Before we went for break, I was going to answer some questions. I was actually disagreeing with someone said leaders are born. I was disagreeing with that because actually leaders are not born, rather they are nurtured. Because all of us, we are born, right? And if leaders are born, it means we are all leaders. Yes, we are all leaders because in certain situation, we decide and we lead. But when we talked about true leaders here, we mean leaders are nurtured. They're nurtured in this way. Environment contains a lot of elements. And these elements, they're either influential, they're motivative, and so on. So if you're born in an environment where there's no a role model that will actually nurture you in a way that you're going to become a good leader or a leader that everyone will rely on, it's nearly impossible. It's not going to work out. So I say leadership actually comes after that nurturing, characterizing, and mentoring.
Thank you so much. So I'd like to add on to what you said. I don't think the conversation should be whether a person is born a leader or not. I think the conversation should be about purpose. You know, we have two important dates in our life. That is the day we are born and the day we will die. And in the middle of this is pursuit of purpose, and the pursuit of any other thing is futile. So I think we are encouraging young girls, according to the theme of today, to tap into their purposes. Know what you're good at, know what you can contribute, your capability, your experience, and don't wait for the outside world to tell you whether you are a leader or not. Personally, I saw a gap in the society about preventive wellness center, preventive wellness services, about leadership and governance. I am a leader in my field. Don't wait for people to tell you who you're supposed to be. You have the voice within yourself to determine your purpose and what you can bring to the table, and in that you become a leader. Because I think as a society we all need the work to get done. You know, we all need schools to have the best leaders. We all need media to have the best film directors and all that. We all need the best business people to be in business, because we all need a great country. So may the best people win. It's not about whether you're a man or a woman. That is what equality is. May the best person get the opportunity.
To come back to, I agree with what you're saying, and I would like to come back to what Beatrice had said earlier about charity begins at home, right? And I feel like there's also a gap we need to link with the parents and how they view the girl child in the families, because you said we are given responsibilities when we are still young, but now some parents actually see it from the lens of only in family we have that responsibility. So when now you have the courage to now make it outside of the family, maybe at school, maybe at your workplace, now they start telling you these things, you know, men this, men that, you see. So I actually also do believe that the parents and the guardians of even uh, families and from these, because family is the smallest unit of the society and everything starts from there. You're born from the family, you get raised in the society, and now you come here outside to schools, work, and everything. So I feel like also parents need to get trained and talked to with these expectations that they lay on girls, that we are only good at, you know, the family, taking care of your small brothers or even big brothers, by the way, because some sisters, actually you can be a small sister but you're taking care of your big brother. That's how big the responsibilities they lay at us at home takes a toll on us. So I think parents should also be given like a session to be talked to, that girls and boys, they can be given just the same opportunity when it comes to leadership, not because the woman is only good at the family, she can also be good at another thing. So I also do believe that parents do also contribute in a way on this gap of us thinking that girls can't do it and only boys can, because they say leadership, you can be a leader, but now they put a title onto it. They say only in family, like what Chris was saying, only in family and everything. He did not say that, but the notion of where the conversation was going was leading to that. So I do believe that parents and guardians, they need to know that the girl child is also just as capable as the boy child.
Okay. I would like to add on what my sister said, or like the group. I would like to start with saying, we ladies, or like we girls, or young women and girls, we were told to be, or like we were taught to be coward, or like we were telling that this one is a man and this one is a boy. You lady, you cannot do that one. And I can give example of that. Back home where I was coming from, a lady was not allowed like to go and talk in public like the way we are doing. Sometime some works which a lady can manage to do it, we were not allowed to do it. So we grow up with that fear of saying, I'm a lady, I cannot make it, because we were being taught that. But now I can say we can make it, and we are the same. Like we are abroad together. Maybe one of my brother is maybe from my our country and we are abroad. And by then, we lady, we were not allowed to go outside. Outside, like coming to Rwanda here. We are now in Rwanda. We were not allowed to go. They was giving some bad influence to a mother or parent or guardians, like this lady, if she go outside, she may be like this and this. So we grow up with that fear. And now is we now to influence ladies or like to give them a courage to make it or like to be in public or make some what men can do, a woman can do.
Okay, thank you so much. This touched me because when I look back home where we come from, this story is about us. It's literally about us. Like, I feel like it's high time that we start giving women what belongs to them. Talking of adding on what she says, back home where we come from, we don't have voices. In my society, I can't sit like this and I talk like this. This is literally disrespect. It counts like disrespect. So this is not something that I'm giving the opportunity to. But I feel like I'm a good speaker, but I can't speak in my society, right? So this thing, it's just like it's a mindset and needs to end. It literally needs to come to an end because we are capable in one way or the other. And when I came up with this thing, I said leaders are born. I mean, like all of us are born at the end of the day, but saying leaders are born, it doesn't mean like the rest of the people are not born. No, leaders are born in a way like we grew up with different IQs. Our thinkings are very different. Maybe we sit here, but there are different things going on in our heads. And there are people born with ambition. They are ambitious. They have this thing like they can do something. You get. So like that brings in different. As a leader, you are born to be that thing. It's like even God gives us what we should be up above, right? So like when you're born as a leader, it's now the responsibility of the society to put you where you belong. Of which we as women, most of us are born as leaders, but the society doesn't shape us to become who we are. Instead, we are pushed where they feel like it's comfortable, but it's not convenience for us because we want to go out there and do the other things that men do. But to my conclusion, I feel like it's really high time that we give what belongs to Caesar to Caesar. Sure. Women needs to be who they are, regardless. If they're capable of going for wars, let them go. If they're capable of becoming presidents, let them vote. And then if they vote for them, let them take over power in politics, in business, in media houses, in schools. Girl child rights needs to be taken serious. Women need to do what they're capable of doing.
Yes.
So to start, I think we need to know that everything starts from somewhere. Nothing just comes out from nowhere. And the mentality whereby people say women are not capable of leading or something like that, I think it's something that was happening back then. It started a long time ago. And as we know, the world is changing. And I think as the world changes, we also need to change because we are a new generation. And if we are a new generation, I think we have to have a different mentality and also a different way of how we see things. Because like the way they have said it, that our parents, like she said, that our parents also need to be taught, okay, it's fine. They might have a different mentality or a different way of how they see us, like we are not capable and we are not to be at home and we are not supposed to be doing some other things. I think it is us right now as a new generation or as women who have seen the other side of the world, or women who know something and who knows our rights. I think this high time we come out and we encourage our young sisters at home or the small children that are growing up that even men should be involved in this. When you involve or when you speak out for right of a woman doesn't make you a feminist. Rather, it makes you as a person who knows somebody's right. You get? Because where your right stop, this is where my right starts. You get that? So I'm trying to say that we need to go outside there and let our brothers and our sisters know that women are not just meant to be at home. They're not just known to be housekeepers or cleaners or something like that. No, I think we need to be seen different as somebody who can also give you an idea, as somebody who can also correct you. So I think we are not competing whereby we are saying we women, we are taking over and the men needs to be behind us. No, I think we are getting the topic wrong. I think we need to know that we women, we just want also to be outside, right? We also need to be people that who can do something. We are not just people who can be married and we bring cows at home, we bring money and that is it. No, we are people who can change a country. We are people who can lead a country. We are people who can lead into victory. I think that is what we need to get right. And we are people who are capable of bringing or upbringing leaders just like us today. So I think we need to be together in this topic. I don't think this one even needs to be an argument whereby somebody needs to say that a woman cannot do what a man can do. No, I think it is high time that we join hands together and we said, yes, this is correct. Women are also capable. We don't need to put them in a cage because this is a new generation. For how long are you going to put me in a cage? I think if you still have that mentality whereby you say a woman cannot, where you are limiting me, then I think you are in a wrong generation. I think you need to go back to where my father is and where my grandfather is. And I don't think you need to sit on the same table with me because you are trying to tell me that I'm not capable. In other words, you are trying to kill me. You get? I'm not trying to say you are killing me physically, but you are killing me mentally. You get? And emotionally, you are trying to tell me that whatever you are trying to say, this is not who you are, you see? And I think this is a wrong thing to do because today media is there and whatever you say, the young child who is growing up is going to see it and she will put it in herself and be like, okay, whatever he's saying, this is who I am. And I don't think this is what we need to do again because it's a new generation and the world is changing again and again. And if we need to change the world, then change start with me and you. Start with me and you. Me as a woman, you as a man. We change it together.
I also want to add on what the three said. Unfortunately, our grandmothers, our mothers have been brought up in a society where they want to hide the girl child, where the girl child is a source of income, where the girl child is, yeah, let her grow up, and then when she gets married, her husband will bring cows and all that. That's in Africa. So I believe we should really create a space or a world that is safe enough for the girls, the young women that are now in our generation to be able to speak up. Because our generation, their biggest form of information, their biggest form of self-identity is social media. What your little sister sees you doing is what she will repeat. What she hears from your father, from her brother, from her grandfather, from her uncle is what she will believe. So let's just create a path. That's what I think most of us are trying to explain. Let's create a path in which the girl child will be like, oh, okay, I could actually be a businesswoman. Oh, I could actually be a leader. Oh, I could actually go into the army and be a president. I could be a general. I could be all that. Not, oh, I'm just, I should stay home. I don't want, hey, let's hide. Let's not, because here's the thing, like they said, where they're from, actually, it's not even where they're from. And also in Rwanda, also in Uganda, also in Tanzania, Kenya, there are a lot of women whose voices have been silenced. Smart women, intelligent women, whose voices have been shut down because they've not been given that platform, because there's no one to speak for them, because their governments have decided to hide them away. They're perfect jewels out there. We talk about the girls in the Middle East. There are a bunch of beautiful, smart girls. Oh, a leader is born. Yes, some are made, but some are naturally born. Like she said, their IQs is very different. Most people, their girls have been killed because they dared to speak up. That is the difference. She did not wake up one day and she heard her brother saying, you should be no. What happened was she woke up one day and was like, oh, this does not feel right. And she tried to speak up and they decided to silence her. So all we're trying to say is that let's not try. Let's pave a way for these girls, for these young women to be able to be confident enough to say, oh, I can actually go out there and someone will hear me. Not, oh, if I speak up, my father is going to kill me. My mother's going to kill me. I'm going to be ashamed to society. Women are not to be bred only.
They're not just so that they can take care of you, to take care of you. You get home, you cook. No. Yeah, she can lead
Some of
you.
our parents are adding on to that, whereby they say you don't need to go outside. If you go outside, if you start becoming like this, who will marry you? You are
Exactly.
spoiling your suitors. Which is this something we need to condemn? Like a man who is a man in his real senses, or a man who is a man enough can marry me the way I am, the way that I can challenge him. Because if you don't want to be challenged, then you are not a man.
You know, exactly,
also
it's where I wanted to add a point on what she just said. Sometimes the society need to accept that even women can make mistakes and they let it go. Because in the world, in our societies today, if a woman is impregnated, she gives birth, she's like someone that, I don't know, committed which crime in the society. She's not seen as a human being, and she's not let to be part of the public, to be part of, she doesn't have truth. She cannot speak of truth. She's seen as someone that is an animal, let me say, yes, abomination. You see? So the societies need to learn that a woman can make mistakes and still stand her ground. A woman can make a mistake and still be a leader. Even you men, you can impregnate a girl, run away, and still come back and you know, and you are considered to be someone. Okay, so this is to say that a society, it's high time a society accepts that what a woman can also make a mistake and still be capable to do something.
Yes.
I believe
This
they
is what
should
is killing
also
the generation right now. Because once, for example, a girl child makes a mistake, maybe she gets she was impregnated in her early 15 years, or maybe something like
Exactly.
that, and then she comes back later as somebody who has now understood well, and she want to do something. They'll be like, no, don't look at that girl, she was once something like this, she was impregnated, which is very wrong. We don't need to judge people on such things. People make mistakes.
Yeah,
The same way a man
Guys,
can
wait,
impregnate
wait,
a girl,
wait.
run
Can I-
away,
can I
come
also
back and
speak
become a
on some-
president.
can I
The same
speak
way
on
I can
something?
go and give birth to
Wait,
a child,
sister,
come back
I
tomorrow
understand
and
what
become
you're
a
saying.
president.
You see, the way you
same
guys
way
are
they
making
shouldn't
up these
glorify
points is
the
as
fact
if you
that-
are
No, the
now
same-
starting a
wait.
fight, right?
No.
You look, wait.
This-
I understand what you're saying, you guys, right?
No,
but
you don't.
Wait, how can you say that I don't understand something as if you know what I'm thinking, right? You see, that's the problem. Look, when it's a dialogue, right, or a conversation, right, and then you don't let the other part speak. Like, you see, we're understanding what you guys are saying, right? And we're listening, right? But if you don't give us time to communicate, right? Not to speak, but to communicate so that you guys can also listen to what we're saying, right? Then it becomes a one-sided part, and then we put you like, okay, let them do and say whatever they want, because we're not going to argue. You cannot speak to sense to a person if the person has already made up a mind, right? So we're not saying that we disagree with what you're saying. Okay, a woman can take leadership, a role, right? If I don't have the capability to lead, right? Why can she do it? I'm not saying that she cannot, right? But if you make it a fight to lead, right, and then you're fighting with a man, the man is not going to just sit there and then watch you fight him. It does not make sense. As a man, right, I'm supposed to protect, right? Protect whoever it is or whatever I'm protecting, right? That's what I'm trained to do, to protect. If I'm protecting myself, I'm protecting another person. That's my mechanism, right? If something comes to attack me, like automatically I also have to fight back, even if I was not in the mood to fight, right? So if you make a point about fighting, you see, when you're making a fact, you don't have to raise your voice, fight about it. If it's a point which makes sense, we're going to agree, right? But if you start making it, it must be like this, it must be like this, you're always like constantly repeating what you're saying, then to us it becomes something which is now becoming irritative.
Okay.
You see?
To add on, I think ladies, there's something we have to understand, and I'll take you back a little bit. When you look at the biblical literature or biblical library, there's certain specific thing a woman has to be contented with, and certain specific thing a man has to be contented with. We men, modern men, and also previous men, we're not saying that women don't have voices. They do. And we also support them. If a leader today, if a woman becomes president today, I have to obey her as a normal leader. If a class representative is a woman, I have also to respect that. Okay, back to the Bible. You can see that the original duty distribution to both a man and a woman is still on stake. And it's also influencing us right now. You see, when you are born, you come with that conscience in you, right? And certain duties become automatic. Women, they have these duties that can never change. And one of them is nurturing children. And when a woman nurtures a child, there we take her as a leader. When a child learns how to talk, he or she is learning from the mother, not from the father. Because a woman has that influence, biological influence to that particular child. So here it comes. Women, you can be leaders. You can be leaders as men, but that competence matters. That communication skill matters. That extra work matters. That preparedness matters. If we are in the same room, you are more than prepared than I thought I am, I'll be dedicated to you as my leader. There's no problem with that. There's no big deal with that. And if again I see there's that weakness in you, and there's that weak part of you, and it's not, okay, I don't have that weak part, and I see that one is not going to be good with you as a woman to lead in that particular aspect, I will perhaps I will not allow you to lead, because you're going to drag us down.
True.
So initially what we're saying here, we respect women and we want them to be leaders. And again, to talk about a woman becoming leader in media conception, it's since we are now in digital era, and women have this natural influence in everything. By the way, look at marketing. Look at like if a woman, she's working in a hotel, the way she persuades people, the way she communicates is absolutely stunning. And we also see that, we recognize that. And when you're a woman, you have those qualities: integrity, vision. Again, what we're fighting here is we don't want a woman who is weak to lead us, but rather we want a woman who is strong enough to lead us. We have no problem with that. When I say a weak woman, that still comes with that natural, it comes with that emotion intelligence. There's a way women cannot really navigate certain things.
Quick
Oh my
question.
God.
Quick
this
question.
is
Quick question.
no.
Quick question. If you have a weak child, what do you do to it? You kill him, you send him out of the family, or what do you do?
When I have a weak child,
Mhm.
I sit him down, talk him
Correct.
through.
So why can't you
Okay.
sit a woman down and try to tell her, I think this is the right, because when an executive is formed, or when a president, I think a president has his executive members and something like that, right? And the members of the parliament, whereby they come and they correct the president. So why do you want to say that if she's weak, then she's not capable of leading?
Point of correction.
That's the
Point
problem.
of
You see
correction.
that-
Point
you
of
guys, like-
correction. You see, when Kamala Harris was running for presidency with Donald Trump, men did not stand up and say we don't want Kamala Harris. They had to contest for presidency. She lost. How did she lose? Who knows? Maybe the people or the citizens voted her down. Maybe they saw those inequality things that they need her to be as a leader. We're not generally saying that we don't want women to lead us or we don't want them to be leaders. We
Okay.
want them, but if the moment we dictate something that is not enough for you to be a leader, absolutely we're not going to do
Okay.
Why
we
do
are
women
here.
tolerate bad leaders, and it's very hard for a man to tolerate a
tolerate
bad
a bad
leader?
Who told you that men don't they tolerate bad leaders?
Okay, see this, yeah? I can reply on this one. You men's, if you are a leader, you do whatever you want, but we women, we keep silent and say our time will come. But you men's, are not encouraging young women or young girls to be leaders, but we are here encouraging. Why? Don't you ask
Who
yourself?
told you that we don't encourage
You
women?
don't encourage. Like,
We
no,
do.
if you no,
Listen,
see this, like,
let
see
me
this,
take you,
wait.
like I said, let me give you an example. Like, for example, like I'm a student, right?
Okay.
And the course that I'm doing only have 4 ladies,
Okay.
right? As a class representative, right? I've told some of my fellow class leaders, my fellow classmates, the ladies. I've told them, why don't you assume a position of a leader, right? If the majority are men and you are a woman, why don't you just take a position as a leader, right? And then take that position. It's very difficult for a woman to stand up in the midst of men and then tell them what to do. Like, there is, don't look, when you disagree with me when I haven't even finished my point, then it becomes to a point whereby you're being ignorant and you're not listening to what I'm saying. Right? Then let me finish, right? If a woman does not stand up for herself, right, and fight, don't expect a man who's also fighting for a position to come and fight for you.
Also, you also have to add this. You see, later, Queen Elizabeth, she was a leader, and you see all the British were respecting her. She was outstanding leader for several period of time. Like, she was there for a long time. But if you think it this way, if men did not want women to be leaders, do you think late Queen Elizabeth would be the queen? Would lead England or Britain?
To give a comment, what Beatrice shared and her own experience, whereby her country does not value women being in rooms and all that. But just because she's here, she is being a leader in her own field. Why is it that men didn't do what she does? So she's inspiring the women of the next generation and the young girls who are watching us. So we are not encouraging weak leaders. We are not encouraging girls to be weak in order to lead. We are encouraging them to be the best version of themselves, tap into the best thing they can do in their purpose, and lead in whatever field.
Beth, you are a leader
not only for a guy,
you are a
but
CEO
also
in your company,
a man.
right?
No, I want to answer you. I want to add on that.
Okay, just you are a CEO in your company, right? Why do you think you became a leader?
Because of my purpose, because I tapped into the best thing that I can do.
And what happened when you don't have a purpose?
Everybody has a purpose. You just have to tap into it. Know
you
yourself,
have to tap into it,
self-reflect,
right? But,
yeah.
So you want to tell me
to prove my point, you became a leader through your purpose, through your commitment, through your hard work. Just like as men have purpose of being leaders, men commit, men work for it. Even if I'm a man and I don't have purpose and I can't work for it, do you think I'm going to be a leader?
You can't be a leader.
I can't be a leader,
Yeah,
right?
that's why
so that's what we are saying. When a leader, when a woman really put real work into it, she will become a leader.
I have a question for you. You talked of Queen Elizabeth. Don't you think there are people, there are leaders, there are women that were supposed to be more than Queen Elizabeth, but they are doomed within Africa here, right? Okay. It's a question. Don't you think she's not the only one of her kind? Don't you really think that there's someone somewhere that was doomed, was never brought up?
Okay,
let
me answer you. Let me answer you like with that question. You see, Bible teaches us through histories, right? And philosophy talks to us through languages. Queen Elizabeth prospered in certain ways. African. By that time, Queen Elizabeth became a leader. Africa was still in that traditional way, where we perceive a woman to be at home, do things at home, not being a leader. In certain societies too, within Africa here, women were also leading societies, but they did not become influential leaders like Queen Elizabeth. So yeah, in Africa, yeah, they were doing, because we had that mindset, and up to now it's still on.
All right, so you've answered my question. What I want to add is that dear women, dear young women, young girls, I think it's high time we stop talking, we start acting. True. Because we sit here, none of us have jobs, but we speak for women. But maybe there's a woman here, she has a purpose right now, right? She's a CEO. So I feel like it's a high time that as a woman, when you look into the mirror, I feel like you should love what you see. You should, you should just love what you see, because whatever you see of yourself is what you should become. Us sitting here talking of, yeah, women need to be empowered, I know this is something that I'm doing, but if I go out of this room and I walk in my society, I'll sit backwards and I'll make sure I don't talk when men are talking. It's sad, but it's the real truth. So I feel like it's high time we just break free. We don't need to be talking. Women are known of making noise, or we are talking, but we're not acting. So I feel like we just stop expressing ourselves. We want to be leaders. We start taking the leadership. When you have the opportunity, just become the best version of yourself. In schools, it starts from school. In business places, just like create that opportunity for your own. If men are not giving opportunity, create the opportunity. I feel like it's the high time than us sitting every time. But we will forever be doomed. We will forever be doomed. That's one thing we know. Unless we break free. Even sitting with these men, yeah, they are never giving up their opinion. They stand their grounds. Yeah, they'll say like 1 minute, women are like this. The next minute, they are like this. So like, they don't stand their ground. So let's just...
We don't stand our ground. So you still got more to add.
Go on.
You see, like when you say that we don't stand our ground, what you're trying to say is that we are practically confused in what we're saying, right?
Okay, what I'm saying by you not standing your ground is how you say like, oh, I agree with women being leaders and they are not capable leaders. You do not agree with that.
Look.
Right? Saying like, no, it's a point. Saying like women can be leaders, but there's always the but. They cannot make good leadership.
That is like
right?
living without faith.
Look,
That is
okay,
weak faith.
let's agree to disagree, right? Wait, you have already started to disagree when I listen. Look, we can all agree that in the past days, right, men have been leading, right? That's something that I would like all you ladies to agree with me, right? For me to get to my point.
Some well, some horribly.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether a woman can also lead badly.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes.
Have not been given that opportunity.
How can you say that she has not been given the? Are you? It's like, look, you cannot say that she has not. When you say she has, you are just basing it on women as in plural, right? Like my brother said, Queen Elizabeth, right? The late Queen Elizabeth, right? She was a leader, right? She ruled for many years and many years. Let me give you an example of Swaziland, right? The king of Swaziland, right? He's the king, is the son. Let's say like let's say the mother, let me put it, the mother of the king is still the queen right now, right? And she still rules. You understand? How is it that a king is the son, right? And the queen is, the mother is still the queen, right? You cannot explain such a thing if it's not leadership, right? There is a way that a woman can lead and she fails, and there is a way that a woman can lead and it's good. We're not disagreeing with that, right? But as a leader, are you fighting for the do you have the qualities, right? Let me put the qualities of being a good leader, or you're just a leader and you just want to be a leader and that's just what you want. You just want the position of leadership.
Nobody is hungry for power.
I want to say something. Africa is full of corrupt leaders. Do you know that? Do you agree? And they are men.
I do agree.
Okay, very, very corrupt leaders that are men. That has really brought a lot of countries, as we speak, most of the countries are at war.
So you're trying to say,
That's why I want to bring this in live.
I agree with you. Listen, right?
You see, when they say they agree, they don't.
Did they say but?
Okay, wait.
Let me ask you a question. Do you accept that there are weak men?
Yeah. They are weak men.
In
so are they weak women?
So why are you pointing out hands of women who are making it? Why are we pointing hands and many men are not making it?
That's the problem. If you are saying that, you see, you are pointing men. If you point at men, you're also going to point at women.
No, there are very many men than the women. Don't you agree?
That's the problem. You say that there are. Listen to.
Very
let me
many.
rephrase what you said. You say that there are many male corrupt leaders in Africa, right?
Very.
Why did you not say there are many corrupt leaders in Africa?
Because
right?
the majority of leaders are men.
You are specific.
How can you say that listen, when you say the majorities, right, it's because you see when you put it that way, there's this thing which I heard from someone, I don't remember. They said once you say something once you say something to your brain, the brain starts believing it. You understand? So if you say that there are many male leaders who are corrupt, it means that practically you're saying that there are no women who are leaders, even if there are women who are leaders, they are not corrupt, right? That's what you're saying.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. See this. Let me give you an example. Like currently inside here, we are many ladies. Let's say to my sister here, she's a CEO. Or like, let's say she's not a CEO, but she want to do something which is very okay, and she's very fine with it. As a ladies now, I think we must vote for her. You get, because we are very many, and this is what is happening now outside there, like in African leadership currently. Let's say it is Africa in general. Most of them now are men. It doesn't mean that there is no capable women. Most of capable women are there.
Wait. You said that if Beth wants to become the leader in this particular room.
Wait, let me finish. See this. Like I'm giving an example of saying like most of men now, they are voting for themselves. Okay. Not because there is no capable women.
I understand you.
Even if a male votes for himself, he does not have the vote of everyone.
As
much as we are talking about leadership positions and all that, I think it's also important to determine what are you leading, because we also have leaders who are just busybodies. You know, what are you leading? Are you impacting the society, or you're just there in parliament doing nothing? So I think it's also important to determine what are you leading, what is your impact, what are you doing.
The thing is, before I talk about that, so someone talked about corruption, and she elaborated that men vote for fellow men. I will tell you this: if you are to look critically at the statistic, in most cases women are the majority.
True.
So
that's not statistic.
Okay.
Let's take a look at it here,
okay. For her, she talks about this particular room. When Beth wants to become a leader, they are going to vote for her. Mm-hmm. Do you know what just happened there? That's exactly what we're saying. We're saying that you cannot vote a leader with all the qualities you need her or him to lead you. You have to vote for her or for him based on the qualities he or she has provided, based on the manifesto she has presented. You cannot vote for someone you think is later on going to ruin everything. You talked about corruption. Reason why corruption is there right now. It's not that it's because men are the exposed leaders. Women are down there doing corruption.
We are not given the chance. They don't give us a chance.
Okay.
To live. Yeah, they don't give us a chance. Like, wait, no, we are not given a chance. No, we are not given a chance.
Listen, we are basically saying the way you are saying, women, if she becomes a bad leader, you have to take her out. That is the reason why governments and presidents, they have their own people who advise them. And so why can a man do multiple horrible things and then we tolerate him, but if a woman one single thing, she's out? That's why you deny us our autonomy as human beings.
I want to add on what you said. I want to add on what you said. She talked of Camilla earlier when they were having the campaign with Trump. You know, Camilla was humiliated because like there was a time, I don't know, when she was around 15 or 16, she got pregnant and gave her child up for adoption.
Exactly.
That became a prime thing. She became the center of media shaming her. You see? So talking of women's mistakes, that was something that happened 16 years ago.
It's denying
but
us of our autonomy.
Every single day those things come to life. When a woman does something, it never goes for good. It never fades away.
You see,
but if it's no,
and some even are
and
saying
maybe I feel like I want to add on something.
By a woman.
I feel like right now as we speak, America has lost a good president. Why? Because of mindset that women don't do it.
Exactly.
And if you see right now, most of them are crying, right? Majority of people are not satisfied with Trump. But why? They let a good woman go because of mindset. And now they just to be with the person that it's now not favoring them.
And they're also perfectly fine with a man who's married to someone who's almost who could be his child.
Exactly, because now
a pedophile.
Exactly, because Trump has a lot of shortcomings as a leader, but because he's a man, we excuse him because that is just the past. But if it becomes a woman, they are going to bring up what you said years back. They are going to bring the early pregnancy. We are saying, you are saying we can be leaders. You don't give us that platform because already you are saying if we do something wrong, we are out.
I just came to realize what they mean by women can be leaders. They mean like they're trying to tell us we can be leaders in school. Yes, we can be a class representative.
Or-
Yes, we can be a
or
leader in business.
at
We can lead,
family.
but they
Like
don't
that.
want us in politics.
Exactly.
They don't want us to lead
I also
in the country.
I also feel like men are good at using. They want to be leaders and then you be beside them. That's one good thing that
The
women
labor,
do.
yes.
Yeah, we are always beside them. He's the king, I'm the queen. Yeah, that is what they want
Yeah,
us
and
to
that
do.
is-
That's why you're alone.
that
I
is
gave
what-
you an example of the current situation in Swaziland. I told you that the queen mother, you understand, the mother of the king is still the queen. Why is it that his wives or his wife is not the queen?
That's more of politics, right?
It's politics, of course.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
is
It's politics.
hierarchical,
So
Chris.
this is a rank. Let me talk of that. Is
Exactly.
a rank. That's something she worked for it. Just because the son is a king over a prince right now, the wife doesn't get an opportunity because she maybe doesn't have the skills of leadership. She cannot come and maybe overthrow a real queen that has been there for so long. So that's what
we're
it.
saying.
That's
You
what
gotta
brings.
have the character of
Yeah,
leadership.
I accept,
It's
and
not
that's
just
why-
saying
And
that
what
you
is
want
the
to be
character of
I
leadership,
said it
Chris?
in the beginning. I said it, my brother, in the beginning. Leaders are born. Be it
They're
a
not
woman,
born, they're
Do you
made.
know what?
be it a woman, be it a man.
There is
Leaders are
something-
born, and we need to accept that. If you're purely a leader, nothing's gonna take that out from you.
Atong-
That's
Exactly.
why
Atong-
she's a queen. Thank you.
There's something they usually say that behind every successful man is
a
a
woman.
strong woman.
But
That's
no.
Do you know
Thank
why
you.
they say that?
I also don't
Because
agree that
they want them
it's a
to
source of
say- they want
manipulating
them very-
us.
Look,
It's a source of
look,
manipulating.
Let me tell you something. You see, girls nowadays, or let me say like ladies nowadays, right? They believe that if they want to get married, right, they must get married to a man who has successfully like acquired things, the needs or the things that when she gets to that home, she's going to feel comfortable, right? But let me ask you something. You are a CEO, right? So if you are going to get married to a man, right, would you go for a man who has not obtained like a certain type of like assets or wealth at the level of position that you are in?
I'll go for an alpha male.
Thank you.
Wait. Wait. I want to ask this house, ladies and gentlemen, and it's either yes or no. Do you guys believe that the past really matters when it comes to leadership manifesto?
Yes.
If it matters, it should
Yes,
be for
yes,
both genders,
yeah,
not only
it
the
matters.
female.
Okay.
It matters on
The
the,
answer
female
is
and
yes.
the male.
Okay.
Yes, for both.
Okay. So now, if you're contesting for leadership, and we know about your past, you're corrupt, you're not good enough. For the case of Kamala Harris, she was pregnant at the age of 16, 15.
16.
Okay, and she gave up her child. Do you know what that tells us? Not even as men, even the fellow woman. Do you know what tells that? Do you know what that pictures to that person?
Can you talk about Trump? Stop talking
I'm
about
coming there.
Kamala.
No,
I'm
let-
coming
let-
there.
let him
I'm
talk.
coming
Wait.
there. I'm coming
Let
there.
him
You
talk.
say that.
I said it. Yeah, I want
You
to
say
hear
that
you clearly.
American citizens let the best president go. How do you know Kamala Harris was going to be good if she
Okay.
has never led any kind of society? Or
She has ever led. She
No.
was in the government.
I
She-
want to say
she was
something
working
about
with Joe
Kamala.
Biden.
I want to say something.
where's Joe
This
Biden?
lady has been in politics for a very long time. Regardless to her not becoming a president, she has been in politics for a very long time. And there's this one bitter truth. Today, if America is to vote again or to reverse what happened, it will not be Trump they go for. That's literally the truth.
Yes.
And
It's a
then
fact.
when you talk of Kamala giving up her child, past are very different. And that's why life change. People move on from things. That was, her story. But whatsoever happened for a reason. She gave up that child because as a mother, she wanted the best for the child that she couldn't give. And it's okay if you don't have something. You can let somebody help. She gave up for a child and she watched that child up to the day we talk right now. As a mother, she never looked back, but she kept having her eyes on that child.
do you know what that story tells us?
It doesn't say anything.
the-
It
the-
shows a
That
mature
is that
mother.
much.
It shows a mother who her world was taken away from her
Okay.
because she didn't have it in
Okay.
hands.
Okay. Do you? I'll tell you
No,
why.
if fast really matters that much, Trump wouldn't be seated as president. Because Exactly. he has been arrested. Exactly. He is a pedophile.
Ah,
A racist.
Let-
Racist.
wait,
Yes,
ladies.
he is a racist.
Ladies,
Back in the
ladies,
1980s,
Can you
he
prove what you're
refused
saying
to
that is a
lend
pedophile?
Trump.
houses
Trump.
for
But
the
ha-
black.
Trump
Trump.
has histories.
What's your source?
Trump
I'm sorry.
to finalize
as
this.
far as I know, we both have
Why we
social
say
media.
past really matters for the case of Camilla. This is the weakness we're talking about, because Camilla Harris was too emotional. She did not stand to face all the consequences. She did not stand to face the hardship. You see, this is how women really run away from the reality. For the case of Trump, why you think Trump, even if they're going to revote again, Trump is not going to be voted again? The reason is one: Trump is arrogant, but he's a good leader. Trump is narcissistic. He's narcissistic, but he's a good leader.
He's not. 2 times Trump has been president. He has almost led America to war.
What I can say there, what I can say as a girl out there, is that the world is not freely going to hand over leadership to you. You absolutely have to work for it. You have to work like fellow men who are leading, and that comes with, first of all, self-orientation, self-awareness, what you truly want, define it. Also come up with, try to view the world in a way that world is facing a lot of problem. Identify those problems, come up with resolution. And when you come up with resolution, that's also another quality. You have to have that vision. We're saying that girls, that you can be as good as men who are leading right now based on what you do. So world is it's not easy world, yo. It's really harsh world, and you have to face the reality. That's what I can say out there.
Thank you for elaborating that really well. So I would like to give my closing remarks according to the theme, how girls and young women can take leadership roles in school, media, business, and politics. So as young girls, if you want to be in leadership positions, media, politics, and all that, don't wait until you get this position. You can start from where you are at home, in your neighborhood. Do the best thing, see the gap and solve it. And even though you never get these opportunities, you still look back and say, I still did the things that I care about. So to all young girls watching me back at home, be the best version of yourself and tap into your purpose and the best that you can be. Thank you.
According to the motion that we had today, how girls and young women can take leadership, what I can say is that be bold enough and be audacious, because the world really breeds from the naivety and shyness of young women. Be bold, be audacious. And even though, as Beth has said, people are going to judge. Not everyone is going to align with what you want, but just be courageous to follow your dreams, and you can do it. As much as a man can do it, you can also do it. Don't see it from the lens of a boy is more better with this and that, because clearly, as the conversation has gone, you've heard the way men can actually think about how we do things and how we cannot be good at certain things. So don't let that discourage you. Be bold, and you can do it.
Concluding with the topic of how girls and young women can take leadership roles in schools, media, business, and politics, I would conclude by saying that to my fellow young women, girls, don't let the world define who you are. Make your own identity. Try to find your own purpose, and I would encourage you to be the best at what you do and what you believe in. Don't try to be like your neighbor. Don't try to be like your sister. Be yourself and not a copy. Be the original. And I'll just say, be better than the person next to you. If they're better at something, if they're good at something, be better. That's the only way you can get what you want, because no one will hand you everything on a silver platter. The best thing you can do is go get that silver platter yourself, or go make it yourself, because no one will give it to you on a silver platter. No man in this is unfortunately a man's world. So yeah, you'll have to take it by yourself. No one will give it to you on a silver platter. So work hard, be better than the person next to you, and that's the only way you can make it, honestly.
Okay, we have come to conclusion, and we are here to say that we ladies, we can make it we ladies, we can be a good leaders. We ladies or we young men, we can be a leaders of tomorrow. And we are here to say that let's encourage each other and we make it good and build a confidence. We start from schools and businesses, media and politics. We are all qualified to make it and to be a better leaders, and we can make it perfectly. We young women or young girls. Thanks.
In my conclusion, I think women can take leadership roles in school, media, business, and politics. It's just a matter of willingness and determination. I'm not against anyone being a leader. I truly support whoever wants to lead and is capable of leading. That's just my belief.
All right. Thank you. I think it's a high time we give our ending remarks. It has been a long journey, and at least we have seen where we should fix our focus on and where we shouldn't. So for women out there, for young ladies out there, I want you to believe that you're capable. If you believe you're capable, it starts with yourself. And becoming a leader, it starts with your personal self. And I want to add, maybe if there's someone that is literally from the society I'm in, I want you to know that sometimes we are not given our things. Yeah, we are not given the entitlements, but it doesn't remove us from being who we are, because the real life that we are living right now, you just need to create for yourself that thing, because if they don't give us, we just have to take it. Because right now, we don't speak as men do, but if I rebel now, they will not kill me, right? Because the government is responsible for my life. So women, let's break free from the darkness. Let's break free from the beliefs, the society, things like we are doomed to this. We can't do this. We can't do that. No. If you want to be in politics, practice it now. Start it now. You want to work as a good business woman or a man, you start it now. You want to work as media houses are owned by women also. So start it now. Play your role in your life, because at the end of the day, you're the master planner. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I didn't say a lot of words, but as I conclude, you young lady who want to be a reader, this is your time. If not now, then when? This is your time. You are capable, you are good enough to be a reader. Don't hear those voices who doubted you that you can do this, you can do that. Those are for men. No, you are capable enough to do that. And you have to overcome your fear inside you, to fear that if the society see me doing this, they will see me in another thing which I'm not. No, you have to overcome that fear. You have to know that you are capable, and we will really support you so loudly and proudly, so that you can overcome that fear and those voices which doubts you that you're not enough. If you have a vision, and if you want to be a leader, you have to be committed. You have to know your remits. You have what to do. Of course, reader requires discipline. Discipline is the key. You have to have a good discipline, so that everyone see that you are really capable to do what you want.
Okay, as we are coming to the end of today's topic, how girls and young women can take leadership roles in school, media, business, and politics, I would like to put my final remarks as this. First, I would like to give a voice to the young girls and women outside there. First of all, you need to believe in yourself for someone else to believe in you. No one would believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. So it starts within you for others to join. That is to the ladies. And secondly, as a young woman and as a young girl, a mistake is not the end of life. You can still fall and raise up again. If you make any mistake, put it behind you and still go for what you wanted. It's not the end. The end of life is death. And if you're still breathing, you have your 2 hands, you have your 2 legs, then you can still do whatever you wanted to do or whatever you are born to do. So if you are alive, please don't let anything pull you back. And to the society, please, it's high time that we give chance to ladies. Yeah, you work for it, but some ladies are afraid. They are scared of gender bias, like our gender is underestimated. So the society, please, it's high time to give ladies a chance. Encourage them. Don't freely give it to them, but train them on how to get it, on how to get what they want. Let them know they should do 1, 2, 3 to go there, but let us not deny them the right to learn. So this is all I can give as my remarks, and thank you.
It was such a nice session, and as I give my conclusion, I want to tell the young girl outside there watching me and hearing my voice that it is the high time we break the chains and we move forward. We are moving out from those cage. It is the high time you stand up for yourself and just know that you are not meant to be kept at home. Rather, you are meant to be heard. You are meant to be seen. And I just want to tell you that do not be discouraged. Do not allow people's opinion to pin you down. Do not allow yourself to be limited. You are not only meant to be a class representative or a businesswoman who sell local things, or maybe somebody who can just dance on TikTok. No. You are meant to be outside there, a leader, a real woman, a woman who can command a room. I just want to tell you, wake up from where you are. Do not be discouraged. Do not let anybody tell you otherwise. You are capable. And I want to tell my brothers outside there, we are not a threat. We are just your sisters. And in hand, we can do it together. We are not competing. Rather, we are there together for the change. And for the society, we are not liabilities. We are not sources of income. We are daughters. We are leaders. And we are mothers. Value us, and I think we shall go together. Last but not the least, I want to tell the young girl outside there that do not accept to be manipulated by saying behind every successful man there's a strong woman. No, that one is his mother, not you. You are meant to be there also in front of him. Do not accept that. Thank you.
We've come to the end of the program. As a girl out there, yo, it's high time for you to shine. And sky's the limit. Out there it's really harsh, and you have to face the hardship. Be as strong as you can be, and determination is needed. Perfection is not the key element here, but you have to do what you have to do. And also discipline, you have to be disciplined. Articulate yourself, educate yourself on certain things, and then you will be a good leader. So I will give floor to Kayla to finally give us the out intro as we go on. Thank you.
So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for the opinions. This was such a great conversation. It had different insights from our brothers, from our fellow sisters. It has been nice. Remember to stay tuned for the Youth Unmoderated Dialogues. We were so glad to be here. Stay tuned for the next part and the next topic. Thank you.